I'm a Gito, she know, he know. The streets know I get 'em by the kilo. Nino, if you need those, holler on a dealer. I'm a Gito, she know, he know. The streets know I get 'em by the kilo. Nino, if you need those, holler on a dealer.
Welcome to motherfucking Poolside Chats. We have Kieona
Taliaferro. Get it right.
It's not Taliaferro? You sure your
There's
name
no
is?
P in Taliaferro.
I thought it was like the PH.
all wrong.
You know how it's like the PH make the fuss sound?
There's no H.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's Taliaferro,
No.
so I thought it was
Tyler.
T-Y-L-A-P-H-E-R-R-Y.
You making up stuff. You making up stuff.
That's not how you
That is
spell it.
not at all.
Alright, well,
Totally.
obviously we need a shot. I don't think she's ever actually tuned in to my show before. I think she like listened to a segment here or there. So she doesn't know that we start off with shots.
I do know that you start off with shots. I paid attention.
You paid attention?
Yes, I paid attention. I did.
What are we going to toast to?
Success. Always.
Always?
Always.
Can we have success like 70% of the time? We have it always?
I mean, I guess you gotta start somewhere.
I like that.
I live my life on the plus.
But it's funny that you say that. Like I honestly always do toast to success. My homie V-Tech made a song called Toast to Success. I think you met AP. Did you meet AP? I don't know. But yeah, V-Tech. Matter of fact, shouts out to my nigga V-Tech. He just got out the hospital, got stabbed and shit. Shouts out to my nigga.
Whoa.
But yeah, we always toast to success.
Toast.
Woo! So I'm gonna get me a little something. You want a little something?
I would like a little something.
Ice?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna steal yo.
Woo!
I don't be acting like you. And first of all, I want to say for the record, Tyler.
Listen, if you can't pronounce
Tyler.
it, don't worry about it.
Can I just call you Kissy?
You can call me Kissy. Do that.
Is that acceptable for your fans? Just to be like Kissy Jones? I feel like that's like a blaxploitation name. Like you should be Kissy Jones. Like that should be like a character.
First of all, there's a lot of Kissies out there.
But Kissy Jones.
Kieona Taliaferro.
No, yeah, that's not a blaxploitation actress. Like you know what I'm saying? That's not Pam Grier. Tell me when.
When?
Oh yeah, she's a drunk, y'all. She's a drunk. This is about to be a good episode.
The ice.
She's
my
right.
business.
That's all right. So a little bit of information about how I know Miss Taliaferro. Originally from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Super hard worker. Used to be one of the best bartenders in all of Columbus. In the hoodest bar of all of Columbus.
Hey, that was my spot though.
Nothing wrong with that. I still go when I go back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Popping.
Shouts out to the Prime, especially what day is it when they like $1 or 25 cents or some shit like that? What day
If
is that?
memory serves me correctly, they started putting that wing special on like every day almost.
Is it?
Yeah, it used to be Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It was 25 cents, but
Shouts
I work
out
on
to the
Thursdays.
Prime.
They put them on sale because they know how to get
Right, because the wings is what bring people in, and then once they start to eating, they want some drinks.
And they want them wings. They get aggressive.
Right, without question.
Aggressive and hungry.
But what's dope about Kieona, like one thing, like I said, I don't know how familiar you are with the show, but I really just like sitting down and just talking to people about their story, about what brought them to LA, you know, like what they're pursuing, and especially like after a couple of shots, you know, the stories get real interesting.
They do, don't they?
One thing that I've always admired about you is the fact that you did not let your dream have a time limit or an expiration date.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't have.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know what? Seeing that, I've always wanted to be an actress my whole life.
Like you knew this at a young age.
I knew this at a young age. I've always wanted to perform. It started off as singing. I wanted to be a singer, and I used to sing all the time. And then, like, a few of my friends know me for singing. But 6th grade is when I actually was in my first play.
So, do you remember the name of it?
It was actually... No, I can't say it was a play. It was a scene that we did because it was my drama class. Gotcha. And we had a scene, and me and this girl, Ebony. Hey, Eb.
Eb, what up, though?
We did that together, and I don't remember the whole thing at all, but I remember I was a caseworker, and she was trying to get her baby back. because something happened and we took her child.
Okay.
And so she was trying to get her child back. That's all I remember.
That's an emotional scene.
Oh, it was. It was tough. We did real well on that.
For sixth graders, that's an emotional scene.
It was. I remember, give me my baby back. I just remember that. That's, that's all I remember.
You know what's funny is I remember my first play. It was called Isolation. I remember everything about it. Like I remember like it was yesterday. It was me, Jamal, Brandon, and Jason. We was 4 best friends. It was really like some Juice type shit. We was 4 best friends and we ended up like getting locked. Like we snuck into the school basketball court to do some 2-on-2, and we got locked in. So we ended up spending the night in there, and come to find out, Jamal's character had a gun on him, and we in there and like on some struggling with the gun type, Raheem and Bishop type shit. I get shot.
Oh,
Jamal shoot me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
damn.
And like when I got shot, I heard the reaction from the audience. Like, oh! That's when I fell in love with acting. For me, it was just playing around, being silly, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, me and Jabbar got into a little whatever, and I got, and I fell, and I heard the reaction of the crowd. Like, I'm trying to stay in character, but I'm like, damn, y'all motherfuckers really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I fell in love with acting. Was at that moment.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I've always dreamed outside of my environment. Like, I grew up poor.
Dope.
So
I mean, that's not dope, but it's dope
right,
that you
know,
but
what I mean?
I've
never, like, although I am a product of my environment, I still always had high hopes for myself. And everybody around me had always told me that I was going to be somebody. So I never had anybody to, like, everybody always had high expectations of me. And then that was not a problem.
You're the oldest of how many siblings? I
have 3 younger siblings from my mom. I have a half sister now that I met. Not now, but we didn't meet till we were 18. But that's partially one of the reasons why I kind of got into my dreams so late in the game, because you know, I grew up with both my parents being addicts. You know, when the 80s hit, crack epidemic hit my family hard.
Gotcha.
Both my parents was on the shit.
Gotcha.
So of course I had to take on the mother role.
At a young age.
At a young age, hell yeah, like a young age. And I took on the responsibility of making sure my siblings was okay. Because the whole plan that I used to have was once I graduated high school, I was headed to Cali. I was about to go do my shit.
Right. So you knew X amount of years ago, I ain't gonna put your age out there.
Yes.
But you knew X amount of years ago, this was your final destination.
Oh yeah, it's never been anything like, even now, like Ebony or anybody else that know me, like that. You said you was gonna make it to Cali. I'm so proud of you. I'm like, I was not lying. I just knew that there were some things I had to do.
Right.
And you know, life happened.
Life
happens.
I
had a child.
Life comes at you fast.
You know, I had a child, so I definitely couldn't just up and move to Cali. I had a child, but I got to a point where I got sick of taking care of everybody else.
Right.
I was always concerned about making sure everybody else was happy.
You've been a mother since you were not even a teenager.
That's all, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And, you know, my family know what I went through, and they used to always be like, well, Kissy didn't have to, she always had to do this, and that, and I could tell they admired me for it, but at the same time, I put my dreams on hold for my siblings. And I don't regret it.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong, I do not regret it, because that's how I've always lived my life. I need to make sure that other people is okay. Right. And that's how I kind of have led my life. But I got to a point where like, well, I have to make sure Kieona's okay. Right. And that was hard because I spent my entire life making sure everybody else around me had a smile on their face.
Right. And that's a beautiful thing, like especially like being from Columbus, you know, like I feel like the ceiling is so low back where we're from. Like you could have never moved and you'd have been good. Like, you know, had your own place, upstairs, downstairs, basement, car, good. Yeah. Never, like, anytime.
Jobs, I was
fine.
Fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like, anytime we ever went out, there was never a problem. We drank good all night. We ate good all night. You was good. You traveled. Mm-hmm. You've been all over the, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you could have stayed in Columbus and been content. Yeah. But not been happy.
I wasn't. And that's the thing. I didn't, you know, I was at home. I worked for the gas company and I bartended. Money was never an issue for me once that
And
happened.
especially like as a bartender, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but as a bartender and you're a pretty young lady, you gonna get them tips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a reason, like, I even doubted myself, like, do I want to leave all this money here? I did. I paused on it, like, do I want to leave this money here? I left the gas company. I was making 20-something an hour.
And this is Columbus money.
This is Columbus money,
Right. 20-something an hour in Columbus.
And 20-something
It's
an hour
like
in Columbus.
50-something in LA.
Right.
You know?
Plus my bartending tips.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's how serious I was about my dream.
Right.
Because although I had the money, I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't hurting for anything.
Right.
I was hurting for me though.
That's what and that's what I try to like because I moved late in the game also, not necessarily as late as you did, but I moved late in the game because I just realized that Columbus wasn't big enough for me. And Columbus is big, but it's not big enough for me. I became a king in Columbus at like 24 or some shit like that.
Peaked.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is no knock to my city. I love my city. This is no knock to anybody that's in my city. Like, I love it, but like at the same time, it's just more for me
It's
out
so
there.
much more.
There's such a difference between being content and being happy, which I think people don't understand that.
Exactly. I was content. I was hella content. All my friends, all my family had so much love, so much positiveness around me, and
you're
but
comfortable.
I wasn't that happy.
I
I was not that happy because I knew there was something bigger and better out for me. Like, I grew up, like I said, I grew up poor, but you couldn't tell me that in my adult life I wasn't going to be rich.
Right.
I never let my environment hold me down.
Right.
I always knew
That's another
there
great
was
point
something
too.
bigger and better out there for me. I always felt like I was supposed to be somebody special. No, I am somebody special.
Right.
But I always thought I was supposed to be somebody more than what I was giving to everybody here.
Gotcha.
So I was
And
like, I gotta
it's
go.
not that you weren't special where you were, because you were, obviously.
Yeah.
But it just was more that you needed to fulfill.
Yeah, it's always been on my mind. Like, how you gonna get to
And
Cali? How you gonna pursue your dream?
And just to like give people, like, I don't want to just like continue like harping on the fact that Columbus wasn't, but like just to give people just a little sprinkle of what we mean when you move to LA. What were some of the shows? What were some of the TV shows you used to watch back home? Like, what were some of the TV shows you used to watch?
Now. So everything was on my DVR list. This Is Us, Lethal Weapon. What else did I watch?
Shonda.
Oh yeah, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, and Speechless, and Mom, and all these shows on my DVR.
Now let me cut you off. Since living in LA, give me a little bit of your resume of shows you've been on.
Okay, so all the shows I just named that have been Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder.
Wait, so you've been on Scandal?
Yes.
So you've been on How to Get Away with Murder?
Features on both of them.
So your face
my face
has been on NBC.
Yes, my face has been on NBC, ABC, CBS.
And you moved out here how long ago?
September.
How many months?
Probably my 6-month anniversary would be at the end of this month.
Okay, so in 6 months of being in LA, you have seen yourself on shows that you used to be at home on your couch watching.
And let me tell you how bad it trips me out.
Can I hold on? But can we, before you even get tripped out, can we just toast to that one time?
Yeah, I got no problem.
That's
with that.
beautiful. Now
That's
let's get tripped out.
How I feel, because I literally was watching. Oh, and the Mick. I don't know if you ever heard of the show, but it's hilarious. The Mick.
I know.
So I was
the
on
Irish
Mick.
nigga.
I was the girl. No, it's the chick from.
But
Always
it's the Irish nigga that's on there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I love that show too, and I was
think
just
it's on
there.
Showtime, right?
No, the Mick is on Fox.
Is it Fox? Okay.
It's on Fox. So I was just on there maybe a week and a half ago.
Okay.
But before then, I was catching up on it because I had missed a couple episodes, and I, was so I get on the show. And it was funny because I'm standing there and I'm playing a teacher at a middle school dance, and I had on my heels, and you gotta look the part or whatnot.
Okay.
But the star of the show, baby girl, Caitlin, that's her name. She comes over to me. She said, "Girl, I know them shoes hurt your feet. Take them off." I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and take them off. Took them off. She was like, "There you go." And then, you know, the whole day goes by, whatever. And then I go back home, and then I'm watching the show, and I go, "Oh shit, that's right. I was just standing next to her."
That's crazy.
That shit, it blows my mind.
It's crazy because like when I first moved out here, also I did a little bit of dibbling and dabbling as well. Mm-hmm. And I remember what was the name of the show? Parenthood. Mm-hmm. I was on Parenthood, and like a couple of people see me like, "Yo, that's my," and like it's so crazy, especially being from where we from. When motherfuckers see us, I know you might have to fuck around and change your goddamn number. You've been on so many shows. I know your phone and your Facebook just goes nuts.
My inbox might be a little different than it once was.
Yeah, because so before you moved to LA, your inbox was a whole bunch of dick pics.
No, I didn't get dick pics. It was just a bunch of just people. I'll just say that.
People,
but
so men and women was hitting on you. Okay, that's what you mean.
I didn't
got
say
you.
anything else.
You said people, so
I did. I was just trying to be funny, but it has increased since then, which I do get to thinking like, because one of these days I have to change my number.
Even coming to your page, like I see like screenshots, of I just seen you on such and such. That people posting screenshots on your page, so I seen it. So I know.
And that's lovely to me though. I love all the feedback that I've gotten. Like I have not had one person tell me, "Oh my God, why did you move?" or right. "Oh my God, you're not going to do that." Right. Everybody has given me nothing but, "You're going to be a star. You're going to do this. You're going to make it. We're going to see you do this."
Especially as a parent, how important was it for you to have that support of your daughter?
Oh, she's like my biggest supporter. Like anything that she says goes straight to my heart. Like a man can tell me I'm beautiful, but my daughter thinks I'm beautiful. I feel beautiful.
Completely different.
Yes,
right.
It's a whole other thing. Like my daughter thinks the world of me as I do her, of course. But you know, I'm happy that I can show her that you can do whatever you want to do. She knows that her mom dropped everything and went all the way to California and still, you know, trying to get her here with her because that's the goal.
Right.
But I need for her to see that you can do whatever you want to do.
Without question. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what I really admire about the fact that you uprooted everything about yourself to come out here. But you knew as a parent, I had to make sure that this was cool with my daughter before anything. Yeah. Like that was the number one thing.
That was my first priority.
And to have that support from your daughter, for your daughter to be able to, at her young age, to be able to say, "You know what? My mom is bigger than this." Yeah. And like that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, my baby, she gives me all types of she used her little young slang, and I feel so old saying that, but there's just some words that she uses. I'm like, what is that? It's something old, just new. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you say shit we've been using? But right. She's so proud of me. She's so proud of me, and that just makes me happy. That's all I need. Like, and she sees everything.
It's different than when like your parents and your peers are proud of you than when your seed is proud of you.
Oh yeah,
because like when you can make your seed proud, you know that you succeeding as a parent because now she's looking at a bigger picture also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
that's
she's
what
a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
She's a dancer, like and like she's an amazing dancer. I don't want to be like so like now. She can see that she's bigger than Columbus.
Yeah, exactly. That is a thing. Like, nobody needs to live in a little box. Right. There's so much more outside of that box.
Because that's what Columbus is. Columbus is a little box. Mm-hmm. Everybody in Columbus knows everybody. Before me and you even met, we met on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then we had like 100 mutual interactions that we didn't even know about until after we actually knew each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Columbus is a fucking little box.
It is.
And had I never left and went to Vegas, we probably would have met at the Prime, or we probably would have met, and you'd have looked at me like, here go another one of these niggas at the Prime. Yeah, you know,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, you're right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I try to holler at pretty much every bartender in the Prime. Because the Prime only hire quality bars. Well, I ain't gonna say that because that one bitch that fucked up my motherfucking Ciroc pineapple. I don't remember that bitch name. I ain't gonna slander her on camera. I know you not. But I said, give me a Ciroc pineapple on the rocks, and this bitch gave me Ciroc and pineapple on the rocks like 3 straight times. So that bitch ain't quality, but the rest of y'all big booty bitches.
That was another thing with that place, though. I got that job on my smile because Everybody else in prime. That was the joke. That's something funny.
It was like if you ain't have a big booty, you couldn't work at the prom.
But I had a nice smile. That's what I like to say because that was funny. Because I swear everybody had
you do have a beautiful smile to go along with that ass. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But before we move on to that, I do want to take a moment to highlight your child's father because in an era where it's like the end thing to hate your child's father and to hate your child, like where co-parenting does not exist in a happy place. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing that where you could like go to your child's father and say, "Hey, this is what I want to do. What's up?" And he supports
and
that.
that's exactly how easy it was too. I just told him, I said, I think I'm ready to make that move. He's known what I wanted to do,
Right. Because y'all have that much history.
Yeah. He's known that's what I wanted to do, and he was like, "All right, what I gotta do." That was his conversation.
I just want to take a moment to highlight that because we really do live in an era where it's the cool thing to not like your child's other parent. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the mother or the father, whatever it is. Like I got so many homies that hate their baby moms, and so many.
I say that I know because I actually will tell. I'll be like, you can't even join in on conversations about my baby mom said this, my baby mom did that, because I'm not her. We don't have that relationship,
and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And that's why I'm not saying your baby daddy because like y'all obviously don't have that relationship. Even when you were still there, y'all had a really great co-parenting relationship.
We did. It was never
and that's a beautiful
and I
thing.
did not have to put him on child support. I never have because I said Sanaa needs this and she got it.
And that's another beautiful thing too because like child support really is. And like, don't get me started on my tangent of how child support and the court system as a whole is trying to just destroy.
Somebody who don't get it, who don't need it, but I see what's happening, and it's all fucked up.
Shouts out to my homegirl Yolanda Walker. She said it's called child support, not rat support. Because so many bitches be just trying to put a nigga on rat support so she can go get her hair or go get her purse or go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm split down the middle on that because I know as a bartender, you know how many times I swiped that child support card paying for drinks? But
so bitches is in the bar.
No. But wait a minute. But what these guys don't understand is just because that woman, and this is not everybody, but I'm just being devil's advocate on the topic because if that woman spent all of her money already on her kids, that extra money is hers. That's the whole point of it.
I get it.
Not everybody.
But as a man,
but I get that.
I feel like you need to swipe that shit at Toys R Us. At Babies R Us. That's how I feel.
I understand,
as a man.
But you got to see the other side to it. There's always two sides to it.
Of course, no, there's always three sides to it.
Okay, three.
It's her side, his side, and the truth.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying.
At the same time, not every that child support is supplemental income,
and it might come late.
And if
it might come late, she might need
care of because you spent your check on your kids. Okay. So when that dude finally decides some extra money, you feel like it does belong to you.
I get that.
And this is me who don't get child support. I don't have a card to swipe. I just see both sides of it. I see why the man is mad, but I also see that you don't know that this woman is just
you don't know the whole story.
You don't know
the whole story.
So I see where the guys get upset, and I see. But if that woman spent all her money on it, and that dude don't pick up his child, he don't call the child. All he do is send money.
And I will 100% agree with you.
So she can swipe that card off.
No, I will 100% agree that if you just a man that's just providing financial support, whether it's child support or whether it's I need this, and you drop off that cash, but you're not spending that quality time with your child, because it don't matter if it's a daughter or if it's a son. There's nothing more important, in my opinion, than the black father in a black household. Not belittling the black mother by no means.
No.
By no means.
It's definitely important.
I'm just saying because I have. If it wasn't for my pops, you know me. Pops is everywhere. If it wasn't for my pops, and I had a very strong mother figure in my grandmother and in my mother, very strong. But my pops made me who I am. I ain't like anybody that anytime if I'm in Columbus and I might meet one of the older homies or like a real OG or something, they'll recognize me like, you Miles' son. Don't nobody say you Debbie's son. They don't say you Lillian's grandson. They say you Miles' son, ain't you? Ain't you Miles' son? Miles used to have fish wings. they know me from my father. Mm-hmm. I am a spitting image of my pop. So like, if you just a nigga that's dropping off money, paying your child support, but you ain't going to get your daughter or you ain't going to get your little man,
as fuck.
And I will say that all day, every day.
Yeah.
And this is me not having no children. I'm not like trying to shit on like whoever, like whatever you do. But like, dead ass, if you got a child,
you know good and damn well if you had a child, you can't see not seeing your child.
It don't even make sense.
Period. I'm trying to tell you, you would think
it would like I don't have children, but I've been, like I've dealt with women who do have children, and like you become attached.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's been certain situations where like me and the mother might only have a relationship this and that, but like me and that child have a stronger relationship almost than what we, you know what I mean?
I've seen that happen too, and that's where, I feel for people like you. You create a bond with the child, and then you might not get on with the mom anymore, but you still want to see the kid because, you may fall in love with the kid. So,
right.
And then like, that kid might even have a figure in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a thing. It's so crazy. Like I was actually thinking about this earlier. Like I was thinking about this earlier today. That like the child oftentimes is able to give me something that the mother can't. Because like, let's say me and the mother have whatever relationship we have, whatever it is, whether it's purely physical, whether it's a relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, the mother is giving me something that I've had before. I've been in a relationship before.
That's true.
But I've never had a child. I've never had a daughter. I've never had a son. So like, it's a lot of times where I actually end up closer to the child than I do the mother of the relationship. And then like you said, if like me and the mother don't work out,
you're going to be still missing that kid.
It's very awkward.
I feel you.
It's very awkward because no matter what happens between me and her mother or his mother, I've had that before. I've been in relationships before. I've never been a father.
Gotcha.
And as a man that comes from a strong father that really like raised me and really put a lot of shit into my heart, I long to be a father. You see what I mean? And it's like, it's wild for me, but like, I don't want to hijack your shit.
No, listen, I feel that. Because you just gave another perspective. That's all.
Right.
You gave another perspective.
And that's another thing. Like we was talking about earlier. We had this conversation, and I'm really going to start like really carrying this moving forward. This is going to be like a real strong point on all of my shows where like I'm really going to start highlighting the fact that men need to be able to talk about shit and really need to be able to tap in today. Because like we had this conversation
I'm in
earlier.
agreement with that. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, like men we're not allowed to be like, yo, my
right.
biological clock is ticking. Like, can
a
man say that?
Yes, you should be able to say stuff like that because you are human.
Right.
You and I, male, female, anyways.
And we Virgos, and we Virgos.
Right.
Hey man, hold on. We gonna take a shot. We gonna take a shot to the fact that we just celebrated about 4 straight birthdays together.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Fuck out of here.
Virgo Nation in this bitch.
Man, September. What's yours? The 6th?
Yep.
I knew that. When mine?
18.
Ooh, okay. I guess we friends. But nah, hey, shouts out to the Virgos one time.
Virgo Nation in this bitch.
Kissy really is one of my closest friends. Oh, hold on. This camera stopped on me. Keep going. Hold on. Don't take your shot yet.
Don't take the shot.
Don't take it yet. This one restarts. It stops every 30 minutes.
Oh.
So, all right, so shouts out to Kissy, Virgo Nation.
Virgo, baby.
Love it. So, but yeah, like, that is one reason that me and you, we have some of the best conversations.
Yeah.
Because Virgos, and I truly believe that men are very logical, very analytical. Women are very emotional, very spontaneous. I truly believe this. But Virgos are very logical, very analytical.
Yes.
Often overthink shit.
I'm in agreement.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, I had this conversation, but you know what I get when I'm talking to people and somebody I've met, and then they go, "What's your sign?" And I say, "I'm a Virgo." Like, I knew you was a Virgo because they can tell by.
Do you ever like be talking to somebody and like chopping it up with them, and you kind of bumping heads a little bit, and then you find out they're Leo, or you find out they're Gemini, and you be like, "Oh, I get it now."
No, I don't do that. I don't do that because I know. like, I know Gemini. I just knew a couple of Geminis, but they had two sides to them, you know.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
like,
always say,
before you knew, though, I'm saying, like, you might be chopping it with somebody and you bumping heads a little bit, and then you find out they sign, and then you like, oh, okay, and then y'all become real cool. That's never happened to you?
No, because I don't really know everybody's characteristics but my own.
See, for
and
me,
maybe a Gemini.
See, for me, Leos and Geminis, I bump heads with real hard.
Really?
Real hard. But once I know they're a Leo or a Gemini, then we become so close. We some of the best of friends. You know what I'm saying? Because Leos is some bull. Well, you know what? It might be the fact that I'm a man too, because Leo women, they're the lionesses. They're lions. Leos are lions. And so Leo women, they used to be in like the, cause you know how the lion is, like the king, he be chilling. And then the lioness is the one that's the Dora Milaje that's out here doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So like I bump heads, and cause you know I'm a very dominant person. I'm a dominant figure. Like that's how I am. I run shit. And so I bump heads a lot of times with Leo women.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from like that. But at the same time, you still gotta go, well, I don't, you know, because I believe, I do pay attention to the signs, you know, I do a little bit. I just don't put it all into it like that. But when I think about it, for the people that I'm really close with, and I think about their sign, I be like, okay. I kind of accept.
What is the nigga birthday?
January 25th. She's an Aquarius.
Is that Capricorn? Oh, it's Aquarius? Okay.
But
my grandmother's Aquarius.
Aquarius, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, cause like my grandfather and my uncle are early January 17th, but my grandmother is mid-February, February 16th.
See, I'm surrounded. I have a lot of Virgos around me too, which is weird.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I got a lot of Virgos.
And you know what's crazy? Like 4 of my exes were Virgos.
Really? So you know what? That's funny because my ex is a Virgo too. And I always thought about, not just thought about, but just the dynamic of 2 Virgos together. For me, I think that's amazing.
It's amazing and it's bad.
It's amazing.
It's amazing and it's bad.
It's different because you know how they always try to pair a sign together, like, but they don't pair 2 Virgos together.
Never. It's always like, oh, this matches with this, but it's never Virgo matches with Virgo.
Makes a Virgo.
But Virgo is amazing.
It is. I know.
Because we all got a little sprinkle of OCD.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
because
we got a little sprinkle of
pause
OCD.
on that, like,
Because you've been to my crib, I've been to your crib, and we all be like,
you're very particular, and I know my friends who probably.
Hold on, can I please tell y'all about this joke I played on her when she was about to move? She had this round table with 4 chairs, and they were 4 different colored chairs, and it was a glass table, and underneath the glass table there was a ball that matched the color of every chair.
It was candles. It was a bowl. It was a
candle. Yeah, okay.
It was a bowl, and it was 4 candles, and every candle matched the chairs, and they was in the exact space
to match the shit.
Yeah.
So when she was about to move, she wasn't paying attention, and I moved I switched the candles around and shit, and I just didn't say shit.
This was just probably only a week or 2 before I moved, because I would have noticed that shit any other day. But yeah, I remember packing that up. Why is my stuff not matched up? What the hell?
And because I know you and I know us, I know that shit fucked with you. I know that shit pissed you off.
Really, man.
I'm the same way.
Literally went and found these color candles to match my
specifically
chair,
match your chairs,
so I could line them up. I swear, I did not know who did that too. They literally told me. I went,
and that brought me so much joy because I know how much it fucked with you. I know it did. Even though I didn't get to see it, just in my mind, I was like,
I know, man. Who the fuck? And then he told me, I was like, you know what? Who did that shit? All right, you got me.
Right. But no, I do agree with you that Virgos can make a really great connection.
I mean, I did a nice bid with
Virgos. What's Bruce Willis's sign? Do you know Bruce Willis's sign? I I gotta find out what Bruce Willis is on.
Bruce Willis is
Bruce Willis is your boo.
Why would I know?
So we talked about some of the TV shows you've done. Let's talk about some of the movies you've been in.
Yes.
What films have you been in?
So I did Marauders
with
Bruce Willis from Maloney, Stabler from Law and Order. Elliot Stabler.
Stabler is the shit.
He saved my life. He saved my life.
Hey, Stabler is the shit. Stabler gets it going on
thanks for
SVU.
saving my life. He hit me with the like on it because I was really serious. Like, thanks for, but
Stabler
that's actually
and
what pushed me to get here, though.
I remember.
That was the first time I saw myself on the big screen. And I was getting all types of phone calls. And my family was getting phone calls.
I seen that, yeah.
But that was a one-take scene,
Bruce Willis was it Pisces or Aries in March?
That's Pisces. I know somebody's birthday around that time. That's probably Pisces. No,
Bruce
I
Willis
had... That was...
Okay, that's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna give me a drink on that.
But I just... That was my first time really having... that was the big feature that I had. Like, the first movie I did was Miles Ahead with Don Cheadle. Miles Davis.
Really? Oh, I didn't know you was in that. I've seen that several times.
Really?
Nigga, that's my shit. Because Obi-Wan was in there. It was Obi-Wan and Don Cheadle. It was Obi-Wan and War Machine. And Get Out was in there too. Get Out was in there. Not Main Get Out. Not Main Get Out. Backup Get Out. The same nigga that's in Atlanta. Lakeith Stanfield. He was in that too.
You said Backup Get Out.
Why? Because if I say Get Out, people automatically think of the homie that got nominated.
Jordan.
Nah. The main nigga, the British nigga.
I don't know his name though.
Kaluuya or something like that. Because he was in Black Panther. Anyway, it's not Main Get Out. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Because he a British nigga. He got the accent and everything.
Yeah, but I didn't know his name though.
It's something Kaluuya or something like that. But he got nominated for Get Out. He got nominated for Best Actor. And he should have won. Motherfucking Gary Oldman got it. And no knock to Gary Oldman because that nigga's amazing.
He did his shit.
Gary Oldman is in my opinion, Gary Oldman is like the DiCaprio. Like, he way overdue for some shit. Like, he deserved an award. But this year, when that nigga was in the chair...
In the sunken place?
And that chair,
nigga. Right?
That was the award-winning moment right there.
That whole movie should have just cleaned up just for the fact of what it stood for.
And what made it so dope is that, like, he put the motherfucking shit in his ear, and he like really like on his Django shit, like got everybody about it. Know a lot of TSA agents got a lot of motherfucking pussy because of that movie, right? You know that, right? Like, that's a fact. You can Google that. TSA pussy went through the roof because of Lil Rel.
Like, oh shit.
TSA agents was getting pussy all over the place because of that motherfucking movie. What? Man, I'm trying to tell you. Get Out, man. Get Out was dope. And you know what? As an actress, this now out here, and as a black woman, were you offended at all at the fact that Get Out got nominated in the comedy field?
No, because I realized that they didn't know where to put it at first. That's all. Like, when I heard it, I'm like, what? Comedy? But then, as I dug a little deeper, because I went online, and I seen why.
So your black woman kicked in at first. But then your Virgo kicked in and was like, let me figure this out.
Research and see why. At first, always, your first instinct is what you pay attention to, but you just have to know how not to always act on that first instinct.
And see,
that's normal.
I had a similar reaction, but a different end reaction. Like, at first, I'm like, what the fuck, a comedy? Like, this shit was a documentary. What you mean? This shit was real life.
This shit was real as fuck.
Fuck you mean?
It was the truth.
And like, in my opinion, I feel like it was a horror film.
I would have put it as horror myself.
I would have put it as horror.
Because that was some scary shit. To know that these motherfuckers was kidnapping, brainwashing, whatever the fuck they did. Not brainwashing,
and then bidding on niggas.
Yeah.
In 2017.
Yeah.
Bidding on niggas.
That was a horror. You were there. I totally agree. That was a fucking horror flick to me because I was sitting there going,
what's going on? Dude, 50,000. Do we have 60,000?
I was like,
what?
That movie had so many. Although there were funny parts.
Definitely funny parts.
Definitely some funny
Definitely
parts.
funny parts, without question. But I mean, like any good film is gonna have comedic elements.
Yeah.
All like every movie has a comedic element. Even if you look at It, which is a Stephen King film,
yes,
you laughed a couple times while watching it. That don't make it a comedy.
Yeah, but see, that's why I say, like, I pay attention to that shit. Like, I have a degree. My degree is African American Studies. Okay, so I pay attention to this shit. Okay.
You ain't get yours online. You got yours at UC.
I did my just dues for sure. Like,
Shouts out to the Bearcats was making noise in motherfucking March Madness.
Bearcats.
Xavier making noise too.
They round the corner, but we was all.
No, but I'm saying Xavier making noise.
I seen it. Listen, I know. If I could march in that, if we could go down. And
y'all was like right across the street down there.
Yeah,
y'all was down there.
No, Xavier UC had a rivalry.
I know. Y'all had many fights on campus around that time.
When I was in school, that's when motherfucker we was popping.
Wasn't
that year we was popping.
I think Jermaine Tate was there when you was there. Was Kenyon there?
Yes, Kenyon's same as me.
Nigga, y'all had some dog. What was the his name was something like they used to call him Flight. Melvin's
Levitt.
Yes. That nigga was nice. He never made it to the league.
My neighbor. No,
he never made it to the league. That nigga was nice.
Oh yeah.
Kenyon and Jermaine, them niggas was like dogs. Like they was dogs. Yeah. But Melvin had nice.
I know. Melvin jumped over a golf cart, couple folks.
Didn't Melvin? Didn't he? He ended up playing for the Globetrotters, right? I think he did the Globetrotters because like this nigga was stupid. Like this was before and one and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Melvin was stupid. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I lived in a co-ed dorm. I stayed with all of them. They I mean, at that year when we were in school, they was amazing. Yeah,
Kenyon was nice. Jermaine, because Jermaine transferred from Ohio State. Because I didn't know Jermaine personally, but I seen him at a party one time. I'm like, this nigga huge. I tapped the nigga. This nigga turned around and looked, and then looked down. I'm like, nigga, come on, man. You ain't have to do all that, bruh. Like, you knew you was bigger than any nigga in here. Like, why is you doing all that? And like, but on some nigga shit, he was like, nigga, what's up? I was like, nigga, I just know you ain't playing for state no more. Where you at? I'm just like, I'm a fan. My nigga was popping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I ain't no, like, I ain't want to be like, nigga, I ain't no punk. Like, just because you 6'8", motherfucker. Yeah. But like, the nigga, he acted real. He's like, yo, I'm about to transfer to UC. I was like, oh, word. Hey, Kenyon still down there? He like, yeah, me and him gonna be battling for a position and shit. Like, like me and him really chopped it up. Like, nigga bought me a drink and everything. Oh, yeah. Nigga bought, well, I don't think he bought me a drink. I think because we was on Ohio State campus, so I'm pretty sure he
probably pointed.
This nigga drink. You know what I'm saying? But like, going back to Xavier, you know, one of my classmates went to Xavier, Kirk Turner. He went to Xavier, and then the little homie ended up going to Xavier. Like, he ended up, this was one of our rivals, Little Lavender. It wasn't Twan. It was Drew. Drew, he went to Oklahoma at first, but he ended up transferring to Xavier also. So, like the Xavier UC shit, like being from Ohio, like, that was always like a real big, you know what I'm saying?
It was. You know, UC, we always came in as either number 2 seed or, like, I used to work the games too. Like, I was an usher. Like, I was always there, and the energy was just always.
When you was there, like, I think was it Huggins?
Yes, it was Huggins. Bob was that man.
That nigga had UC at that time was like how Ohio State football is in Columbus.
Right, I'm trying to tell you. I know this. I was there.
No, I know. Right, I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah, right.
You know
that was good memories. Like, we was popping.
Man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was
like,
real crazy.
Bearcats, you know, that's when you was really like, yeah, I'm a Bearcat. You know? Yeah. Definitely. Because them niggas was doing they shit.
Yeah, them niggas was dope.
They was.
Like Kenyon had a real successful career in the NBA. I think Jermaine made it. I don't think he really like made no noise, but I really thought Melvin was gonna be like Melvin was like he really reminded me a lot of Kenny Gregory. Like when you know, Kenny went to Kansas, and Kenny made it to the league, but that year because it was Kenny, it was Mike, it was Esteban, it was Kirk, and it was a fifth person. I can't think of who it was, but like three of the five like top 5 city league niggas made it to the league. Because Kenny made it, Mike made it, and Kenny made it, Mike made it. It wasn't Esteban. No, I guess it was only 2. Because Esteban didn't make it and Kirk ain't make it. But they like everybody went to college and had really good college careers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like Melvin really reminded me a lot of Kenny. I really thought Melvin was going to make it. I
thought Melvin was going to do something too, which is kind of weird because, he didn't. But he was, I don't know. I guess I didn't know what happened because I thought he was going to go.
That nigga was nice.
I thought he was going to go.
That nigga was nice. That nigga had all of the hops way before him.
Yes, he did.
Like, he was way before him. He was the era up there way before the era up there. Like,
Melvin could get the fuck up there. I remember that. I was like, dude, I don't know what happened.
Because I feel like they caught him in the helicopter or some shit like that.
I think
it was something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I want to say I think that was, I can't.
Yeah. It was something crazy.
But yeah.
But I cut you off. You were saying something about the films that you had back in that. Like, you was talking about Marauders. And that was really
so like in Ohio, before I left, the first film I did was Miles Ahead, about Miles Davis.
Because a lot of films get filmed in Ohio.
People because we have the Ohio Film Commission, and where they're paying the directors, they have about
and they
pay
get,
them
they
to
get,
come
they
make
get
it
so
here
many
for
tax
cheap.
breaks too.
Yeah, that's why that's happening. So you have Don Cheadle. He came and made Miles Ahead here. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Was it in Columbus?
I'm saying here. I am not here. Came to Ohio.
It wasn't in Columbus.
No, it was in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, okay.
Yep. So you had
Traffic was made in Cincinnati.
Was it?
Yeah. My homie Vince Ward, he got Taft Hartley because of Traffic.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know it was made in Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think even in the film they say that they in Ohio. I can't remember who it was, but he was like the little senator or whatever that had the drug addict daughter that was getting piped down by the nigga. It was, matter of fact, it was what's my nigga that was in the gang? What's his name? Fuck, I can't think of what it was, but it was his daughter, and he was like a senator. I think he was like the senator of Cincinnati or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
Was it Michael Douglas? I think it was Michael Douglas.
Do some research on that.
I think it was Michael Douglas.
Do some research.
But I didn't keep on.
But yeah, so Don Cheadle came to Cincinnati and they did Miles Ahead. And then the next movie I did was Marauders.
Okay.
They filmed that in Cincinnati as well. And that's when I got the good feature.
Yeah, it was Michael Douglas.
And then the third one I did was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I got to meet him too.
He a little nigga too, ain't he?
Oh my
that shit crazy.
God. That's what pissed
ain't
me off.
Ain't that shit crazy?
Listen.
Ain't that shit crazy?
I had on a little bit of heel. Because I played an airline ticket taker. I don't even know. But anyhow, so there was one point where
Arnold little as fuck.
Yes, I was disappointed. Okay,
Arnold's so
like
little.
The actress, she had to go do something. They need somebody, they need to stand in. So they had me come over, and I just so happened to be standing on the other side of the counter with Arnold and this other guy. So the director told me to come over, stand here. He was like, Arnold, this is Kieona. Kieona, this is Arnold. And he said my name.
Good to meet you.
He said my name, and it was so weird.
Hello, Kieona.
No, it was not even Kieona. He didn't even say it was he was like, he called me Kieona. And I was like, I just smiled at him. But what he did, he whispered to the dude in his ear. He whispered something to him, and he looked back at me, and he's like,
"Is this bitch going to bust it open for me?"
Basically. I mean, I know, I can read a man, and I can tell because he whispered something in his ear, and he looked back at me, he was like, Kieona. I was like, it's Kieona in my mind.
Right.
But I'm like, it's Arnold.
Can you ain't gonna talk back to the
No, I'm not gonna talk back. This dude was like 5'7".
At best. And
he had a little heel on his boot.
Yeah. Because Tom Cruise do that too. You know Tom Cruise got the lifts in his shit.
Like he is 4 foot.
Tom Cruise put lifts in his shoes.
I bet he does. Yeah, he looked like he like 4'11". I know he ain't that tall.
And like that's so funny.
But the fucking Terminator.
Right.
That threw me off.
You want to know my worst one out of everybody? Like the first one that really shocked me was Jersey Shore. What's the big ass nigga on Jersey Shore?
Paulie.
Nah, the big nigga. Like, is it Ronnie?
I don't know. Cause all I really
Man, it's the big ass dude on Jersey. I think his name is Ronnie. And this was when I first was out here. Me and Quick was in the gym, stupid. Like me and Quick was like, nigga, we used to call ourselves Superhuman Army. Like we used to be stupid out there. And I seen, and like, I seen a couple episodes of Jersey Shore, and Ronnie looked like a fucking tank. Like, this nigga, like, This didn't come down the street.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I didn't.
It ain't Pauly D, because Pauly D got yoked later.
That's the only person I knew.
Pauly D got yoked way later. Like, he wasn't yoked originally. It was Ronnie that was yoked, and Situation and all them. They all got yoked after Ronnie.
Okay.
And we seen Ronnie coming out of Colony, and this nigga was like yay high. He was like Ray J high. And I'm like,
I don't know what Ray J high means.
Nigga,
but he looks short. He don't look tall.
I didn't know that he was as little as he was. But anyway, Ronnie walked up. I'm like, yo, you Jersey Shore? He was like, yeah. And me and Quick took a picture with him. Quick.
I'm about to say Quick probably.
Nigga, Quick like towering over this nigga like.
Yeah.
And I'm right next to it. I even unbuttoned my shirt a little bit like. I'm like, nigga, this little ass nigga like. Nigga, I'm the same. Like, I'm definitely the same size. I'm way taller than him. But I'm definitely like the same size as him. I thought this nigga was a fucking tank. That was when I realized, like, oh, this Hollywood shit ain't what it's broke.
You know what? That makes me think about because I'm taking this acting course. And we had this session where we had to stand in front of the class and everybody pick you apart.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, so, but I was just thinking about this other girl who had to stand in front of everybody, and teacher, I keep saying teacher, she's a casting director, but she was our teacher. She told her, you need to lose about 10 pounds. Because the camera.
And it probably broke her fucking heart.
It may have, but she real as fuck.
Right.
You know, she's
but you gotta have that.
Yeah.
You gotta have that.
Yeah.
Because like especially because like this ain't no free class.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the
don't
thing.
bullshit
but
me and I'm
what,
paying you.
But you
my
know
nigga.
what she said? Like, okay, because this lady's a church lady, right? Mm. She told me she used to do these classes for free.
But people don't appreciate it.
But people didn't appreciate it. But she had to charge so that people would come and take it serious.
Yeah, and you know,
but she don't charge that much.
Yeah, no.
But she had to put a fee on it
because
that's because motherfuckers was not
the money that they make off them classes ain't shit.
Nah,
it ain't shit compared to the money they really making. But they really love doing this shit.
Yeah,
they really do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you know, I've been in the circles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in the circles, and like they would prefer to do it for free just because they love doing it. Mm-hmm. But like you said, when it's free, nobody appreciates it. Nobody takes it serious.
She said,
so they got to charge a little bullshit.
They wasn't doing the homework. They wasn't paying attention here, this and there. She said, okay.
People signing up and not coming at all.
Yes.
Taking up slots. She
had to put a fee to it. Yeah. And I totally got it. I was like, yeah, I know how people do
and
it.
And that little money that they make off these classes, that might be their little drink money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
She is totally, because this is a black woman.
Yeah,
you know, she is totally for promoting us and getting us out there, because her main goal is to teach us how to not be just the angry black woman, the angry black person,
the crackhead,
yes, whatever,
the slave,
the typical
the
role.
help.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, man.
Her whole goal is to teach us how to be other stuff than that.
To actually be a real character.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like, and especially me, you gotta remember when I came out here, I still had braids. The only shit I was considered for was gangbanger. Every fucking like they wasn't taking me serious. That's the reason why I cut my hair, because they would only consider me for gangbanger. They wouldn't consider me for nothing else. Nothing. Gangbanger was my only motherfucking role, and I could act my ass off. I'm good. I'm good, nigga. Like, for real.
I believe you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been times when motherfuckers was like fighting for me to get a role, and they're like, nah, he's not believing
that. Yeah.
Like, I can't be a school teacher with braids.
That's bullshit, because my school teacher had braids. I had a substitute, but he was but he had braids.
You know what I'm saying? That was the reason why I cut my hair.
But that's why I'm so for Black Panther, because I just feel that they just about to change up the game.
Everything.
Because you cannot tell me, because when I'm thinking about, you know, like shows that have gotten canceled, black casted shows.
The Carmichael Show?
That's what I was talking about.
What? We don't have. There's no such thing as the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as Family Matters.
Right. We don't have
it don't
that.
exist.
I spoke to a person,
and the Carmichael Show was that.
That's what I'm trying
to
tell you.
And it was doing good numbers.
It was doing good numbers. But I also heard that he didn't want to do it anymore. I heard that.
I didn't hear that.
I heard, but I also heard from someone else that's in the industry, very, you know, actor,
your boo, I feel you. Yeah.
Popular actor.
Gotcha.
He told me, he was like, it's all about the fact that they didn't really know how to market it, keep it going. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
That's a fact.
That's why I feel like
that's a fact.
That's
absolutely. A fact. They don't know how to market our shows.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's why none of our shows exist anymore.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Black Panther has set precedent for
and
the
I'm
rest
so
of
happy
what's
about
happening
that.
now. We are all happy about that.
Do you want to know why I'm really like so excited about the success of Black Panther? It's especially like from the era me and you came from. Mm-hmm. When New Jack City came out, how many of your friends wanted to be Nino Brown? Mm-hmm. When Juice came out, how many of your friends wanted to be Bishop? When Menace came out, how many of your friends wanted to be O-Dog?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the films that we had growing up, like you can see a visual change in your neighborhood when a certain film came out.
Yes.
One of my biggest, like one of my OGs was Nino. Michael Fowler, rest in peace. I love you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Mike. He's Nino. He's Nino. That's we all don't nobody call him Mike. We call him Nino. Yeah. That's Nino. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his motherfucking Xbox name was Nino something. Nino knew just something. I don't know these morons. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is like, you know that when certain films come out, you see the whole neighborhood change. You see everything change.
That's the truth.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I lightweight wanted to be O-Dog. You know what I'm saying? And O-Dog was a fucking nut. Lorenz Tate, another one was like 5'6".
I know, yeah.
Yeah, Lorenz Tate like 5'6".
He looks tall. But I have
but Lorenz Tate a cool nigga though.
Hey,
he's real cool.
Listen, he's an actor. You know,
yeah, but a lot of you motherfuckers be arrogant as fuck.
I just knew he was short because Nia Long looks short, and he was not.
I never met Nia.
I'm just saying, but you can tell.
You know who was a little solid that kind of threw me off one time? Was Common.
Oh, really?
Common is solid nigga. He about 6'2". He about 6'2" minimum. Okay. He might be a little bit, and he's solid. Like, I seen Common like, oh shit, what up? He said, what up, bro? Common's solid. Tyrese is about my size. He's a little bigger than me. Tyrese about my size. Omar Epps around my size.
I have got
Morris Chestnut is a little shorter than me. Just a little bit.
He is?
Little, like a little bit.
Pause.
Tay Diggs is short. Tay Diggs is
looks short.
like Lorenz Tate size.
Focused on Morris Chestnut. You say he was short.
Just a little bit. Like, he right around my size. He might have been bigger than me, but I might have had on Tim's that day. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. But no, he ain't no little nigga. Right? He ain't little.
He not little.
And Morris Chestnut, man, no homo. That nigga's chocolate goodness right there. I'm like, damn.
Yes.
I seen this. It was around when Best Man 2 was coming out.
Hey, listen.
And he walked by me, and I just tapped him.
Here.
Yeah, I just tapped him. I'm like, my nigga, man, good luck on the film. He said, appreciate it, bro. And he went on about his business. I'm like, nigga, I see my bitches get you the pussy, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Morris Chestnut.
Nah. Like Omar Epps and Tyrese, they were just like regular niggas to me.
They look small.
No, they was by my side. They wasn't little niggas. They wasn't little. Omar Epps and Tyrese, neither one of them was little niggas.
Oh, okay.
But like, they was just regular niggas to me. Like, I met them, I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is just like, I grew up with y'all niggas. That's how I felt. And like, I seen Morris Chestnut, I'm like, yeah, bitches give you the pussy, my nigga.
I want to see Morris Chestnut.
I'm sure you do. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to see him.
Nah, hey, no homo Morris Chestnut is seeable. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm looking at this nigga like, yeah, bitches give you the pussy.
I totally agree.
You know who I met, and I had no idea the nigga was British.
Idris.
You
met Idris?
At the Apple Store. At the Apple Store.
Oh,
I had no idea that he was as big as he was. I had no idea he was British.
A nigga too.
I'm just a fan of The Wire. The Wire was the shit.
Oh.
And I said, he chilling, he relaxing, he wasn't being all extra, he wasn't nothing. I just went up to him and said, hey, my man, like, hey, The Wire is the best show ever. And this nigga looked me dead in my face. He said, thank you, I appreciate it. And in his accent, you know, like the nigga put it, he said,
sincere
thank you.
With it.
I appreciate it. And the nigga said, and he gave me like I really appreciate that. And I was like, damn. I met a lot of motherfuckers from The Wire though. I just seen people from The Wire a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, but you know how it is. It's just when you out here, you just see motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen a lot of motherfuckers.
Right.
And although I want to fan out, let me tell you.
Who was your biggest fan moment?
Shamar.
Can't stand you light skinned motherfuckers.
I was on SWAT like last week. And yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Cheers.
You drunk at his balls? Did you? Juggle this ball. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Fuck it. Go ahead.
I'm
Ain't
just
nothing.
saying.
Juggle some Mars balls.
So, I don't even like you anymore.
You want to know my worst fan out moment?
What?
Was Maya.
You met Maya?
I've met Maya more than once.
I think you did.
But the first time...
I don't know that was your favorite.
Can I tell you, I froze.
I bet you did.
I froze.
You froze?
Nigga, I got dressed for the occasion. Nigga, I had Quick help me pick out my outfit, nigga. I'm over here like I'm about to go see Maya, nigga.
You
What's
was
poppin'?
about to see something.
I got up there, and she looking at me. I'm looking at her.
Did you take a picture with her?
Yeah. I said, I'm a big fan. I follow you on Twitter. And that was it. I had nothing,
Wait
nigga.
a minute. Pause.
Nigga, I had nothing.
Pause. Malza had nothing to say.
Nigga, I
Malza
froze
had
on Maya.
nothing to say.
I froze on
Maya.
Maya.
You that bitch. He ain't had nothing to say.
Nigga, you
Man.
know how you like see a motherfucker. You know how like you see a motherfucker that's like you've been a fan of, and they just be regular. Like, you know, I've seen Megan Good, and Megan Good's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, Megan Good's beautiful. But like I seen her, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like
You know what? Megan Good was the first to do that microblading shit. But anyway,
microblading.
I was just because the chicks is like they're shaving their whole eyebrow off and they're getting it tattooed.
Oh, yeah.
She was the first one to do that publicly.
I believe you, but
I mean, I'm sorry, it just came out.
I'm just saying, like I seen her, and like in my mind, I thought Megan Good because like Megan Good did the King magazine also, just like Maya did, and it was like, oh my god, bitch, you are amazing. And I seen her in person, I'm like you still bad,
Yeah, but
I ain't
covers
gonna like
make you look glamorous though.
And like I seen Stacey Dash, and I'm like,
she's not really. She's not.
I mean, now she's bad, but like
I'm about to say,
it's like
some people you can
just
tell
another
are
bitch.
really bad in person.
Man, like I seen Stacey, I seen Megan, and it's just like whatever. Like you just all right. What I seen Maya.
Yeah, that got you.
And it was like a Disney princess had stepped off the cover of the DVD and was sitting there waiting on Love's True Kiss. Nigga, this
You
bitch
could
was
not perform.
Nigga, I had performance anxiety. I don't know what happened, but it did not work. And you know, like in my life, my two biggest fan crushes was Maya and Trina, and I met Trina in Columbus.
Trina, huh?
What? As a hood nigga growing up, like you think Trina? Like, I'm about to say, like
after that, her nigga was after her ass.
What?
I get it.
Trina was after me. Nigga, I was fresh to death. Nigga, it was at the traffic jam downtown. Remember the traffic jam?
Oh,
It was either traffic jam or Enigma. It was one of them. They was both the same club. I can't remember what it was called at the time. But like, I'm in there with my man Shu, and I'm in there with my man, and I'm in there with Quick. And this is where I used to work at Man Alive, so I'm fresh to death.
Man
nigga.
Alive. Oh my god.
Nigga, I'm fresh to death. Quick worked the champ, so I had the low top 11s, the white and baby blue 11s. Discount from Quick. I had on the Jabot jeans, the Jabot tee. I had on the Jabot white and baby blue tee. My discount, and I had the white Pelly Pill leather. I'm fresh to death, nigga. And I'm standing on the stage, right? Trina performing and shit, right? Trina performing, and like something happened, the audio fucked up, and it was all, she had like two big ass, huge ass bouncers, like, you know what I'm saying? And the audio fucked up, it went silent. I'm like, Trina! She like, I said, what's up, man? She waved at me, and I like did like this. She moved the bouncer out the way and shit. She reaching for it, and like, we touched hands. Woo! Shit, if you
I'm a cherish that.
hey, if you could get pregnant from a hand touch, she'd have had triplets. Nigga, Trina seen me fresh to death.
Yeah, you was like this me, babe.
Yeah, like nigga. And I had on I had the gold chain too. I had on the Figaro with the crucifix that Prince got me. My godfather Prince got me a I still got the chain. It's in there right now. I don't got the crucifix no more. But I had the Figaro.
That name Prince?
Yeah, David Prince. That's my godfather. He got me the Figaro chain with the crucifix. I had the chain on. I had my braids was fresh to death. So anyway, no more alcohol for Kieona Taliaferro.
My fingernail got stuck on the tip of the cup.
That's what happened?
No, I'm serious.
That's your coke deal? How much cocaine you did since you've been in LA?
This is what happened. I reached for the glass and my nail tipped it over when I pulled it away.
The cocaine nail? It's alright, we'll clean it up later.
Not okay.
You want some more drink?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some more because it just spilled on the floor.
We'll clean it up later.
Did we do this?
We definitely did. I feel like it was me.
No. Wait, this is the bottle that you just opened?
Like, I'm about to say, like, the opening shit is right there. Yeah.
Shit.
That's what we do on my show, man. We get it cracking.
Can I get a little more ice, though?
Fuck your ice. Get your ice off the floor.
No. It was an accident.
A whole bunch of accidents happened in the poolside chats.
Apparently.
You know what I'm saying? Be all kind of accidents.
Damn.
What you doing for the next 9 months? But yeah, Trina was ready to give me all of the action.
You should have took it.
I didn't, I wasn't as bold back then as I am now. Trina come through here now. I'm gonna say, you thought you ain't know Nan.
Like, you need to know me.
You need to know Nan more in this bitch. But nah, she seen me and she knew I was popping.
You supposed to take advantage of that situation.
I probably was, but
like you said, you was 20 something.
I was still a little nigga, you know
20
what I'm
something.
But at least I shot my shot a little something.
You got there.
Nigga, when it came to Maya.
You choked. I can't believe I didn't know you choked when it came to Maya. That was your thing. You were supposed to get that.
Nigga,
If the opportunity presented itself, you should have gotten that.
I thought I was. I went up there with the full intentions.
You thought
like, you think I'm like, yo, I borrowed Quick's leather jacket and everything. Like, Quick had me in the motherfucking leather and shit. I'm getting fresh. I'm like, nigga, my braids was fresh. Everything was fresh. I was looking good. And I got to the front of the line. I'm like, I'm a big fan of yours. I follow you on Twitter.
That was it.
So awkward. Shit was trash.
But you still got to meet her. You were standing next to her. You got to touch her, hold her, hug her, all of that. You know?
Like even the photo was awkward because she was like.
You know what? I think I do recall seeing that photo of you and her on Facebook. Maybe.
I'm sure it was. It was my profile photo. Nigga. I was proud.
Okay. Okay, then that means I have seen
I was proud. But that shit didn't go no further than that. I think like we used to talk on Twitter and everything. She ain't responded to me since. That shit was awkward. That shit was bad. And now she a vegan. We ain't never gonna make it now. You know what I'm saying?
And she was trying to make a comeback too.
She doing good. Her independent. She making money.
Because there was I did.
She's still putting albums out. She's still performing.
Hers and I liked it. I just didn't really.
Nah, she doing good. She got nominated for a Grammy a couple years ago. Really? I don't think she won it, but like she got nominated. Like she's doing good.
I was a fan.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Because she could dance. She could dance. Oh, I'm sorry.
Girl.
Probably a whole other thing about the dancing thing, but as a female,
like her and Cisco performed together not too long ago. You know, Cisco came out with this album like it was something about A-list. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like he was wearing our hats and shit. Like not seriously. Like Cisco got on one of our hats dancing with Maya and shit.
That's what I was thinking about that video that they did together. I believe when they both was kind of at the same level, but they did that video together.
It shot Maya, and it's funny. Like Maya now is way bigger than Cisco, way bigger. Like Cisco might have like 90,000 Instagram followers. Maya got like 1 million. He should.
Yeah.
Nigga, the thong song should be a national treasure.
It is.
That shit should be in the Smithsonian. The thong song? What? That shit should be in the Smithsonian. That is a national treasure.
Oh yeah, everybody like your species, I should say.
Nigga, y'all too.
I mean,
y'all don't act like y'all ain't changed y'all underwear selection after that.
I'm just saying, y'all like it more than we do.
Y'all know, fuck out of here. Y'all started realizing, like, you know what? I'm gonna put up these panties and get this thong, and life got better after that. Say it didn't. Say life didn't get better after you started wearing thongs.
I give that to you.
Exactly. The thong song is a national treasure.
There, but yeah.
The thong song is a national treasure.
National treasure?
Nigga, that should be in the Smithsonian.
Really?
That should be. The thong song should be in the Smithsonian.
Should be in the Smithsonian.
Yes. Without question. Without question.
Because, yeah, okay. Okay.
Let's fight.
You heard me say okay.
I'm just saying, like, what did Bruce Willis feel about the thong song?
Why the fuck is Bruce Willis even coming up?
That's not your boo.
Why is that my boo?
I mean, maybe you just hit it and quit. You know?
I've been in 2 of the movies that he's been in. Oh, I left out the other movie, First Kill, where I had my feature at the end of the movie because I was the bank president.
When Bruce came up to you, it was like, "What's up?"
Bruce
man?
did not come up to me.
No, I'm not. I ain't talking about when y'all was filming. I'm talking about when y'all was just walking around. You was like, "Hey, what's happening?"
No comment.
See you in the trailer.
No comment.
NDA. NDA.
Whatever. I ain't have to sign shit. I just know what he talking about.
Mm.
But
that's a real one right there. Get you a chick that don't sign shit, but still don't say shit.
Whatever. I'm just saying. I don't know why you keep bringing up Bruce Willis.
My bad. Should I bring up Shamar one more time?
No.
Oh, you hit that and that was it? Like, wasn't all that good?
I have nothing to respond to whatever you're talking about because I'm clueless.
Okay, Stacey.
That's
rolling with the homies. You the one said you clueless. I ain't say nothing.
I said I was clueless as to what you were talking about.
Okay, Stacey Dash, cool.
Don't call me that.
You said you was clueless. Okay,
she's gorgeous.
Okay, Alicia
I don't
Silverstone.
consider that a fucking compliment.
Okay, Alicia Silverstone, my bad.
That's it. I really don't consider that a fucking compliment. Fuck you.
So before we get up out of here, like, if we were to be doing another show a year from now, what ideal successes would we be talking about?
You would have been talking, well, we would be talking about the sitcom that I'm in. And you'd be like, damn, Kieona, you funny as fuck.
I like that.
But then you also go back to that movie that I did where I was just totally the...
Hey, if you knock over another motherfucker...
Okay. Focus.
Scoot the tray over. Like, that little sharp-ass elbow.
Anyways, I'm answering the question. But I would say that we would talk about that sitcom that I got that's popping, that's funny as hell. But then you would also... Because my goal is to play a vindictive, lying, cheating, somebody just totally opposite of me. I want to play that role that will make somebody go, she ain't. But I want them to believe it. Because...
So, okay, let me interrupt you.
Uh-huh.
Do you prefer doing comedic or drama?
Comedic.
Okay.
I do. I prefer to do comedic, but at the same time, if I do dramatic, I don't want to be the good girl. I don't want to be...
I love being the villain.
I want to be the fucking villain. I want to be the person that it's gonna make me try hard.
I love being the villain.
Yeah.
I have way more fun being the villain.
Exactly, because nobody expects me to be that person. So
they expect
I want
to be
yeah.
But I like to exceed
nobody don't expect me to be the villain, but I want to be the villain. I want to be a shiesty ass, lying ass, cheating. Like, I want to be that person, and so I want to make them believe it.
So you want to be Sanaa Lathan in the Family of Praise? Okay,
yes,
cool. I got you.
Yes. I want to be that chick because I want to make everybody go. I want to make everybody be shocked or surprised or something because they expect me to be the good girl or the honest person. I want to be that bitch. I want to be the bitch. I want to be that bitch.
And I know you're a Once Upon a Time fan. So you want to be the evil queen.
I would love to be the evil queen because I want to be somebody that no one is expecting me to be.
Got you.
Because people expect the shit that I'm doing, blah, 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 be nobody knowing me, but I want to be the antagonist.
The antagonist is way more fun.
It is. I believe.
I just like
it stretches me.
It's so like me and a couple of the homies, we've been doing this little segment called "Say Hello to the Bad Guy," where we debate whether or not the villain is a villain or not. You know, so we did it with Killmonger. We did it with
What about Lucifer?
not yet.
Okay.
Lucifer definitely like I'll be watching Lucifer thinking like this is blasphemy because I'll be
I
questioning.
have the same issues because
I'll
they
be
go deep
questioning.
well into it, don't they?
Fuck.
And I've been on that a couple times too. But
you know, they remember when I showed you they filmed Lucifer right across the street from Cabo?
Yeah.
That shit, man. That shit
Every
be so
time I
crazy.
see it, but because I've been on it a couple
But like,
times,
and the club that he owned is Emerson. It used to be Emerson. It ain't Emerson no more.
is that because I've been wondering?
We was in there. Yeah. Like matter of fact, shouts out to Flair, Nick Flair. His birthday, like we had one of their birthday parties in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what was I saying? No, but yeah, we did it with Iron Man's villains. We did Obadiah Stane. Oh no, we did Hulk villain too. We did Abomination. But like, because I identify more with villains than I do with heroes.
I don't.
I do,
but I just want to.
like, even if you look at like if you look at like true villains, like even if you look at Tony Montana, he obviously was the bad guy, right?
Right, but you was rooting for him.
But was he wrong? Like when you look at the situation, like did he do the wrong thing? Like he
No, he was a product of his environment. So I get that. I get that. But I mean, but for me, it's different.
But no, I feel that same way. Like Killmonger, was he a villain?
No, hell no.
You see
He's
what I
a
mean?
product of his environment.
I identify more with villains than I do with quote unquote. Because like one thing I've always said was like the villain is the hero of the story told from a different perspective.
That is that whole ideology of there are two sides to every story. That's what that is,
Exactly.
and I get that. But I've never identified with the villain. It's only because I know. Only because.
But you just
I hear
identified with
villain.
Killmonger.
I know that's what
And
I
he was
never
the
did,
villain.
but he did. But
Okay,
I'm also an open-minded individual.
Well, let's talk about Superman.
Let's talk about because that's my favorite.
Okay, so in the Man of Steel, Zod shows up trying to save his race.
Yeah.
And Superman betrays his race and decides to side with the humans.
True.
Who's the villain? Is it the Patriot or is it the traitor?
Oh,
You see my point.
I do.
You see what I mean?
I do.
So, like, is Zod really a villain when he's just trying to save his
trying to
race?
save I mean, I will call him the villain because Superman was thinking of a broader base. That's why.
Superman betrayed his home planet and chose the humans because when it comes to the Kryptonians, he a regular nigga.
True.
But when it comes to Earth, he's a god.
Oh, so you thinking he chose them because they worship him as a god? I can see your point.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. I see your point.
So he betrayed his planet and chose a whole different race. Like, he's not a patriot. Right? Zod was the patriot. Zod was the general
He was down for his country.
that was trying to
his people.
keep his people alive.
I feel that.
So
Superman was I can't say he was a humanist because he wasn't human. But he wanted to be a humanitarian.
he was
I know.
Rachel Dolezal. He identified with the black
Don't
race.
fucking compare Superman to.
It's a fact. He wasn't a human, but he identified with the human race. He was Bruce Jenner. He was Caitlyn. I identify myself as this. That's what he was. He cut his balls off and joined the other side.
But Superman ain't cut shit off.
That's my point.
All he did.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, yeah, Bruce went through a whole lot of shit, but Superman
Willis
did what he could just to fit in, but eventually he had to step outside of that and be Kal-El. Right?
Well, no, I love the fact that he became a hero on Earth, but when his people showed up, he needed to at least have that conversation. They didn't even ever have no conversation.
But maybe he was
said,
just
"Fuck what
still
y'all talking
stuck
about."
in the fact that, well, this is all I know, and y'all selling me this. That's where
I
he
get
was
that,
at.
but me, like even if you like you said, one of your favorite shows is This Is Us. Lil Randall, all he knows is this white family, but he still identified with his black side.
Right.
Like when they went to the swimming pool, Lil Randall went over there and played with the black kids.
Well, that's different.
It's not different. Like
it is different because he was obviously different.
And Superman's obviously different.
Not
that nigga can fly.
Not just. I mean, yeah, Randall was different from them, but Superman was different because he could still hide what he could do.
But he didn't enjoy hiding it.
He didn't.
Remember when he was hiding?
He didn't enjoy hiding
because he could hear everything.
Yeah. There's some things
he had to learn how to hide it.
That's my favorite character.
I'm not saying he's a bad character.
No, he's not. I tell me he was bad.
Superman is probably the number one comic hero of all time.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to tell you because
Batman.
The only thing that stops him is his little green rock. If I was his woman, would nobody get next to him with a little green rock?
Okay, Lois.
That's all I had to do.
Okay,
I'm just
Lois.
saying. But I've been a fan of
But
Superman.
he has more weaknesses than that. He's susceptible to magic. Can't see through legs. A lot of things.
It is. I know. I am well versed on Superman.
And I'm well versed on being a villain. So if that nigga come across me, and they come across me,
but I'm still gonna bet on Superman because
cool.
I got him with my humanic abilities to protect him from that. But again,
a regular nigga beat him.
I'm about to get into that with Superman.
A regular nigga beat him.
With kryptonite.
A regular nigga beat him.
Okay.
Ain't no regular nigga beat Killmonger. Ain't no regular nigga beat Tony Montana.
Okay.
I identify with the villains. Darth Vader, Joker.
That's only because we know the history of those villains.
And if we knew the history of quote unquote villains,
they would not be villains.
Maybe they wouldn't be villains.
You're absolutely right.
And that's my point.
Cheers to that. Absolutely. Because all of the villains are products of their environment.
And we're going to close out on that note. That's beautiful. We've been going for about an hour and a half. It's all your fault.
Damn.
Hopefully the ribs ain't burnt.
Damn, that's so true.
Kieona Taliaferro.
Kieona Taliaferro.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Catch me on Instagram at KISSYMJ. You catch me on Facebook as Kieona Taliaferro, Kieona. Guess I gotta spell Taliaferro.
You definitely gotta spell that shit. We gotta put that shit on
Taliaferro. Kieona Taliaferro.
You might need to spell that a second time. I don't know how to spell that shit.
Kieona. Kieona. Taliaferro. I'm on Twitter as well. 2 Sassy Kissy.
So black.
Hit me.
Shouts out to Columbus, Ohio. Shouts out to the Virgos. Shouts out to the motherfucking dream chasers that realize that it's never too late to trace a dream.
Do that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter. There's no such thing as a box.
And ain't no such thing as too late either.
Blow the fuck up out that shit.
Do that shit.
Do whatever the fuck you want to do. And we'll see you next time. Poolside Chats, we love you.
I'm a Cheeto, she know, he know, the streets know I get 'em by the kilo. Nino, if you need those, holler on the dealer. I'm a Cheeto, she know, he know, the streets know I get 'em by the kilo. Nino, if you need those.